Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. RHOBH Kyle Richards with big secret people don't know. Kyle Richards is revealing a big secret that people do not know about her. The RHOBH OG returns for season 14 of the hit Bravo reality series Any Day Now. Though viewers think they know all there is to about the mother of four, that may not be true. Keep reading to see what Kyle is spilling. For almost 14 years, Kyle Richards has put her life out on the line for fans to watch and pick apart. She was a part of the OG RHOBH cast where she has remained. No matter who has come and gone, Kyle has stayed. There have been a plethora of ups and downs in the mother of four's life. Her older sister, Kim Richards, who was also an OG cast member, has battled with substance abuse for years. That has played out on the show and has taken a toll on Kyle and her family. They also have another sister, Kathy Hilton, with whom Kyle was estranged for years. The two reconciled but fell out again more recently. It was only when Kyle and her husband of nearly 30 years, Mauricio Umansky, split that things came back together for the sisters. Kyle's separation also played out for cameras, as did years of cheating rumors, so nothing has been off limits. Now, season 14 of RHOBH will be starting in the next month. It will be intense, emotions are high, and anything can and will happen. However, there are some things fans do not know about Kyle Richards. According to Bravo, she is setting the record straight about something viewers seem to guess incorrectly about her. Allegedly, they think she is quite social when in fact, she is the opposite. But I think what people don't know about me is that I'm actually quite an introvert and I keep to myself a lot. She was often the life of the party, doing splits and spinning her long hair around. However, that is apparently not who Kyle is, and she wants to set the record straight. I think the illusion is that I'm out and about and at parties. And of course, I will go to parties, especially when we're shooting, and it's a friend's birthday and things like that. But I'm very much not a homebody. But I get shy and uncomfortable with big crowds and stuff. In season 13 of RHOBH, one of the biggest issues Kyle Richards and Mauricio Umansky had was how they lived. She was ready for a more calmer lifestyle, whereas he still wanted to go out and have fun. He was focused on his real estate business, and that meant constant socializing. This was a lifestyle Kyle could no longer keep up with, nor did she want to. Plus, she was tired of drinking, so she focused on sobriety and working out. That was hard for her co-stars, as they were not used to a more tame Kyle. Kyle Richards, one of the longest-standing and most beloved cast members of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, RHOBH, is known for her strong family values, fierce loyalty, and an enduring presence on the show that has made her a staple in the world of reality television. But behind the glamorous life of designer handbags, extravagant vacations, and televised drama, Kyle has been harboring a big secret that very few people know. As whispers swirl among friends, insiders, and fans, it's becoming increasingly clear that Kyle's hidden truth could shake the very foundations of her image. The rumors began quietly enough. A few hints here and there that something was amiss with Kyle. Observant viewers noticed she seemed more guarded than usual, her laughter less frequent, her typical sparkle somewhat dimmed. While the other housewives engaged in their usual whirlwind of controversies and power plays, Kyle seemed more detached, as if her mind was somewhere else. Even in moments when she was at the center of the action, there was a noticeable distance. But no one could quite put their finger on why. Beneath her sunny exterior, Kyle's secret weighed heavily on her. For years, she had been the linchpin of her family, managing not only her household and the occasional drama between her sisters, but also being the glue that held the RHOBH cast together. Despite all this, something major was brewing behind the scenes. Something so personal, so deep, that she hadn't yet found the courage to reveal it to anyone. Not even her closest friends or her husband, Mauricio. The first cracks in the facade began to show during filming for the most recent season. Kyle, who was always so in control, found herself being caught off guard in several emotional moments. At one point, she broke down in tears during a heated conversation with Doric Kemsley, a moment that felt more genuine and raw than viewers were used to seeing. While the argument on the surface was about something trivial, like a disagreement over fashion choices, those who knew Kyle best could sense there was something more serious lurking underneath. As the weeks went by, Kyle's vulnerability became more and more apparent. She started canceling plans, something uncharacteristic for her. Her typically immaculate appearance started showing signs of strain. While Kyle has always prided herself on being an open book, especially in front of the cameras, it was clear that she was struggling to keep up appearances. And then came the major clue, an accidental slip during a candid conversation with Sutton Strack. It happened during a light-hearted afternoon tea at Sutton's house, an event that had begun on a cheerful note. The women were joking about past arguments and poking fun at each other's quirks. In a rare unguarded moment, Kyle mentioned something about feeling like her life was about to change drastically. It wasn't said in the typical reality TV drama style, but rather as a quiet, almost offhand comment. Sutton, ever perceptive, pressed her on it, asking what she meant. But Kyle quickly backtracked, brushing it off as nothing, leaving everyone, including the viewers, wondering what she was really alluding to. Off camera, things were even more tumultuous. Kyle had been grappling with a deeply personal issue, one she had kept hidden for years. It was a secret rooted in her past, something she had buried so deeply that even she had tried to forget it. But as time went on, it became harder to ignore. There had been rumors circulating for a while that Kyle's marriage to Mauricio wasn't as picture-perfect as it appeared on screen. And while every marriage has its ups and downs, the reality was that there was something much more complex going on. Kyle had always been fiercely private when it came to her family life, particularly regarding her children and her relationship with Mauricio. But those closest to her had begun to notice the strain. Mauricio, typically laid back and supportive, seemed to be distancing himself from the spotlight, leaving Kyle to handle more of the family's public persona. And there were murmurs that their relationship had been under increasing pressure, not from the typical challenges of raising a family in the public eye, but from a deeply buried issue that Kyle had long been trying to avoid. The secret, as it turned out, was connected to something from Kyle's past, a decision she had made many years ago, long before she became a reality TV star, long before she married Mauricio. It was something that she had kept hidden not only from the public, but from almost everyone in her life. And now, all these years later, it was threatening to come to the surface. Kyle had been struggling with the weight of this secret for months, torn between keeping it buried and finally letting it out. She knew that revealing it could change everything. Her friendships, her family dynamic, her image as the heart and soul of RHOBH. But she also knew that continuing to hide it was taking a toll on her mental and emotional health. One evening, after a long day of filming, Kyle sat alone in her expansive Beverly Hills mansion, contemplating what to do next. The secret she had been carrying had grown too heavy to bear alone. She had always prided herself on her strength, her ability to keep it together even when everything around her seemed to be falling apart. But now she was at a crossroads. Did she continue to carry the burden alone, or did she finally let it out and face the consequences? As the new season of RHOBH continues to unfold, viewers are starting to sense that something big is coming. Kyle's emotional vulnerability, her uncharacteristic moments of doubt and hesitation, all point to the fact that she is gearing up to reveal something major. And while no one knows exactly what it is yet, the anticipation is building. Will Kyle's big secret be revealed in a dramatic confrontation on the show, or will she choose to handle it privately, away from the cameras? One thing is for sure. When the truth finally comes out, it will be a game changer, not just for Kyle, but for everyone around her.